Hello everyone, and welcome to our video today. In this episode, we are diving into the captivating world of wolves to debunk some of the most common misconceptions surrounding these magnificent creatures. Wolves have long been shrouded in myth and misunderstanding, and it's time to separate fact from fiction. Why is it crucial to debunk these misconceptions? Well, wolves play a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of our ecosystems. By dispelling false beliefs, we can foster a deeper understanding and appreciation for these apex predators, leading to more effective conservation efforts. Throughout this video, we will shed light on several prevailing myths about wolves that persist in popular culture. These misconceptions often paint wolves in a negative light, fueling fears and perpetuating stereotypes. By addressing these myths head-on, we aim to provide you with accurate information based on scientific research and real-world observations. So, what are the common myths we will tackle today? We will explore the notion that wolves are bloodthirsty killers, debunk the belief that wolves pose a significant danger to humans, dispel the idea that wolves decimate livestock populations, challenge the misconception that wolves are a threat to endangered species, and finally, we will delve into the misconception that wolves can be domesticated like dogs. By examining these myths and revealing the reality behind them, we hope to promote a more balanced and informed perspective on wolves. So, let's embark on this journey together and uncover the truth about these remarkable creatures. Are you ready? Let's get started. Myth 1. Wolves are bloodthirsty killers. The myth that wolves are bloodthirsty killers has deep roots in folklore, fairy tales, and even ancient legends. Throughout history, wolves have been portrayed as villains, lurking in the shadows, ready to prey on the innocent. These stories have perpetuated the image of wolves as ruthless and indiscriminate killers, instilling fear and misunderstanding in our collective consciousness. However, scientific research paints a very different picture of wolf behavior. Wolves are highly intelligent and social animals, living in tight-knit family units known as packs. Their hunting patterns are not driven by a desire for senseless killing, but rather by a necessity to survive and maintain the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Wolves primarily hunt ungulate prey, such as deer and elk, focusing on weak or sick individuals that are vital for maintaining the health of the herd. In fact, wolves play a crucial role in regulating prey populations and preventing overgrazing. By targeting the weaker individuals, they ensure that the prey species remain healthy and robust, which in turn benefits the entire ecosystem. Their predation helps control herbivore numbers, which prevents overbrowsing of vegetation and promotes biodiversity. By culling the weak and diseased, wolves indirectly improve the overall health and genetic diversity of the prey populations. The reality is that wolves are apex predators, meaning they are at the top of the food chain. As such, they hold a vital position in the ecological web. Their presence helps maintain the natural balance of ecosystems, preventing overpopulation of certain species and promoting biodiversity. It's important to recognize that their hunting behavior is not driven by bloodlust but by a necessity to sustain themselves and contribute to the overall health of the ecosystem. By presenting these scientific facts and dispelling the myth of wolves as bloodthirsty killers, we can gain a deeper appreciation for their important role in nature. Wolves are not mindless villains but intelligent and crucial contributors to the delicate web of life. Understanding their behavior and ecological significance allows us to foster coexistence and work towards the conservation of these remarkable animals. Myth 2. Wolves pose a significant danger to humans. Let's tackle another prevalent myth surrounding wolves, the belief that they pose a significant danger to humans. This misconception has been deeply ingrained in human history, with stories and legends often portraying wolves as ruthless predators lurking in the shadows, ready to attack. But it's important to examine the reality of wolf-human interactions and dispel the fear that surrounds them. Statistical data on wolf-human interactions reveals a different story. While it's true that occasional conflicts between wolves and humans do occur, they are incredibly rare. In fact, the chances of encountering a wolf in the wild and experiencing an aggressive encounter are extremely low. Statistical studies consistently show that the number of wolf attacks on humans is minimal compared to other wildlife-related incidents. The fear of wolves has a deep-rooted psychological and cultural basis. This fear response is known as lupophobia. It has been perpetuated through centuries of folklore, fairy tales, and exaggerated accounts that have shaped our perception of wolves as dangerous beasts. This fear response, while understandable on a primal level, often overshadows the reality of actual wolf behavior and the limited threat they pose to humans. Efforts to promote coexistence between humans and wolves have been successful in many regions around the world. By implementing proactive measures such as responsible livestock management techniques, the establishment of buffer zones, and educating local communities, conflicts can be minimized. Additionally, safety precautions such as hiking in groups, making noise in wolf territory, and properly storing food can further reduce the already minimal risk of negative encounters. Contrary to popular belief, there are numerous examples of regions where humans and wolves coexist peacefully. Places like Yellowstone National Park in the United States, Sweden, and several European countries demonstrate that harmonious coexistence is possible. Through conservation efforts, public awareness campaigns, and responsible management, these areas have fostered a balance between human activities and wolf populations, ensuring the safety and well-being of both. By exploring the statistical data, understanding the fear response, and highlighting successful coexistence measures, we can debunk the myth that wolves pose a significant danger to humans. It's important to recognize that with proper knowledge, precautions, and respect for their natural habitats, we can coexist peacefully with these magnificent creatures and appreciate their ecological significance. Myth 3. Wolves decimate livestock populations. Let's tackle another myth surrounding wolves, the belief that they decimate livestock populations. This misconception has significant economic implications, as it often leads to conflicts between ranchers and wolf conservationists. The perception that wolves pose an extreme threat to livestock can result in negative attitudes towards these magnificent predators. But let's examine the reality behind the myth. Numerous research studies have been conducted to understand the extent of wolf predation on livestock. While it is true that wolves occasionally prey on domestic animals, the actual impact on livestock populations is often exaggerated. Studies consistently show that the percentage of livestock lost to wolves is relatively low compared to other causes such as disease, weather, or even non-predatory accidents. It's important to consider these findings when evaluating the overall impact of wolves on livestock. Fortunately, there are effective livestock protection methods that can minimize conflicts between wolves and livestock. These methods include the use of guard animals, such as trained dogs or llamas, which can deter wolf predation. Additionally, employing non-lethal deterrents like electric fencing, bright lights, and noise devices can help keep wolves away from livestock. These proactive measures not only protect the livelihood of ranchers but also contribute to the coexistence of wolves and domestic animals. Beyond the perceived threat to livestock, it's essential to recognize the economic benefits that wolves can bring. Wolves play a crucial role in ecotourism, attracting visitors who are eager to witness these magnificent creatures in their natural habitat. Ecotourism opportunities centered around wolves can stimulate local economies, create jobs, and generate revenue for communities. Furthermore, the presence of wolves in an ecosystem can enhance its overall ecological health, which has long-term economic benefits by maintaining biodiversity and ecosystem services. By examining research studies, exploring effective livestock protection methods, and highlighting the economic benefits of wolf presence, we can challenge the myth that wolves decimate livestock populations. It is crucial to promote informed discussions that balance the needs of both ranchers and the conservation of these apex predators. By adopting proactive measures and understanding the broader ecological and economic context, we can work towards coexistence and sustainable solutions. Myth 4. Wolves are a threat to endangered species. This misconception can have significant consequences for wolf conservation efforts. The belief that wolves indiscriminately prey upon and harm vulnerable species often leads to negative attitudes towards their conservation. However, it's essential to explore the reality of the relationship between wolves and endangered species. The relationship between wolves and endangered species is multifaceted and requires careful examination. While it is true that wolves are predators and can occasionally prey upon individual members of endangered species, it's important to consider the broader ecological context. Wolves primarily target prey species that are abundant and vital to maintaining a healthy ecosystem. By preying on weaker individuals, wolves indirectly benefit the overall health and genetic diversity of prey populations, which in turn can have positive effects on endangered species. Studies have shown that the presence of wolves can have positive ecological effects. By keeping prey populations in check, wolves prevent overgrazing and promote a healthier balance within ecosystems. This, in turn, benefits endangered species by maintaining suitable habitats and reducing competition for resources. For instance, the reintroduction of wolves in Yellowstone National Park led to a cascade of ecological changes, including the recovery of beaver populations and increased bird and fish abundance. Balanced predator-prey relationships are crucial for maintaining healthy ecosystems. Predators like wolves play a pivotal role in regulating prey populations, preventing overpopulation and associated negative impacts on vegetation and other species. When these relationships are disrupted, it can lead to imbalances and ecosystem degradation. By recognizing the complex dynamics between predators and endangered species, we can develop conservation strategies that aim to restore and preserve these intricate ecological connections. By debunking the myth that wolves are a threat to endangered species, we can foster a more comprehensive understanding of their ecological significance. Wolves are part of a delicate web of interactions that contribute to the overall health and biodiversity of ecosystems. Emphasizing the importance of balanced predator-prey relationships allows us to promote conservation efforts that benefit not only wolves but also endangered species and the ecosystems they inhabit. Myth 5. Wolves can be domesticated like dogs. This misconception stems from a long history of humans attempting to tame and train wolves. Throughout time, people have been captivated by the idea of having a wolf as a pet or a domestic companion. However, it's important to understand the reality of the genetic and behavioral differences between wolves and dogs. Wolves and dogs may share a common ancestor, but they have undergone distinct genetic and behavioral adaptations. Domestication has led to significant changes in the genetic makeup of dogs, resulting in traits that make them more suitable for coexistence with humans. Wolves, on the other hand, have retained their wild instincts and behaviors. They have a strong territorial nature, complex social structures, and instincts for hunting and survival that differ significantly from those of domesticated dogs. Scientific studies have been conducted to understand the behavior of wolves in captivity. These studies consistently show that wolves do not easily adapt to a domestic lifestyle. Even when raised from a young age, they tend to retain their wild instincts and exhibit behaviors that can be challenging to manage in a home environment. Wolves have specific social and environmental needs that are difficult to fulfill in domestic settings, which can lead to stress, behavioral issues, and safety concerns. Attempting to domesticate a wolf comes with significant risks and challenges. Their wild instincts and natural behaviors can be unpredictable and potentially dangerous in a domestic setting. Wolves require specialized care, extensive socialization, and a deep understanding of their unique needs. Moreover, in many regions, keeping a wolf as a pet may be illegal due to concerns for public safety and the welfare of the animal itself. It is crucial to recognize that wolves are not suitable candidates for domestication. By dispelling the myth that wolves can be domesticated like dogs, we can promote responsible attitudes towards these magnificent creatures. Wolves are best appreciated and conserved in their natural habitats, where they can thrive and fulfill their vital ecological roles. Understanding and respecting the genetic and behavioral differences between wolves and dogs allows us to make informed decisions and prioritize the well-being of both humans and these remarkable wild animals. In summary, we have explored and debunked several common misconceptions about wolves. We have learned that wolves are not bloodthirsty killers, but rather intelligent apex predators that play a vital role in maintaining ecosystem balance. We have discovered that the belief that wolves pose a significant danger to humans is largely unfounded, as their interactions with humans are rare and can be minimized through coexistence measures. We have seen that the notion of wolves decimating livestock populations is exaggerated, and effective livestock protection methods can foster peaceful coexistence. Furthermore, we have dispelled the myth that wolves are a threat to endangered species, highlighting their positive ecological effects. It is important for all of us to share accurate information about wolves. By spreading the truth and dispelling these misconceptions, we can help shape a more informed and compassionate perspective towards these magnificent creatures. Let's challenge the narratives that perpetuate fear and misunderstanding, and instead promote a deeper understanding of the ecological importance of wolves. In our closing thoughts, we want to emphasize the urgent need to support wolf conservation efforts. Wolves face numerous challenges, including habitat loss, poaching, and negative attitudes towards their presence. We can make a difference by supporting organizations and initiatives that work towards wolf conservation, advocating for responsible management practices, and participating in educational programs. Together, we can foster a world where wolves are respected, protected, and valued as vital components of our natural ecosystems. Let us take action to ensure the survival and well-being of these incredible creatures. Join the movement to conserve wolves, share their true stories, and inspire others to embrace the reality of these fascinating apex predators. Together, we can create a future where wolves thrive, ecosystems flourish, and harmony between humans and wildlife is achieved.